Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jill and I'm here with the October YouTube Hop. And as you can see by what I've got out here on my desk, I'm going to work with our theme, which for October is fall oriented, but I'm going to do art journal page. And look at this chunky monster that is my art journal. What I want to do today is like kind of quick and more minimal than what I usually do. As you've seen on Instagram, some of my last couple of pages are very layered and very detailed and complicated. But that's just because I had started art journaling and just kind of kept going for the sake of relaxation, just seeing where it would take me. Now this one's a bit more simple, and that's kind of what I'm going for today. There is, let's see, when I do like this one's kind of nice and simple. When I do some challenges, I might just like work along the edge. When I say challenges, I mean like kind of daily art journaling where you just like get in, play a little bit and get out. So anyway, today's going to be a little bit more like that. You can see I'm working in a book. It's handmade that is mixed, I've got something in here. Mixed papers. And some of them are black, some of them are white, some of them are music, some of them are map. This one had a bit of color on it. I did apply some gesso, mainly because I wanted to mute down the map since I'm going to be working with some fall themes. And let me talk a little bit. This is a Tim Holtz stamp of a nest, which I need to apologize for my dog. Besides barking, she might be coughing today. She has a little cough. It sounds so horrible. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so anyway, Tim Holtz stamps. This is a leaf, obviously, and a nest. This is a woodblock stamp. This is from a set that has leaves on it. And this paper that I'm stamping on is just thin with a little bit of pattern, which tends to work really well for art journals because it's a bit translucent. So I'm going to be working with these two as kind of focal points or images. And then this is a rub-on set that I thought had some really nice fall colors or colors that I want to work with the oranges and pinks and neutrals. So this is from ALL Create, if you know that brand. I grabbed a little bit of fabric. We'll see if we'll use that. Some of this I might not do like right now, but I want to think about where it could fit in. I'm really loving the Catherine Pooler inks, and this ginger. It's like the perfect color for fall stamping, and that's what the nest was stamped with. I just grabbed a little texture stamp, so I might do a little stamping with that. Good old collage medium to adhere things, and also some glue. I like this Nuvo Deluxe adhesive glue. Sequins, of course. I chose Tuscany by Catherine Pooler. It's got all the nice oranges, but also some blue-green goodness. And then for the texture paste that I'm going to use, I like the fall colors in these metallics from Vicky Boutin. Pulled those out. I am trying to keep it minimal. It seems like I'm introducing a lot of things. Okay, so I did use a die cut set from Tim Holtz to die cut some fall leaves. Oh my goodness. I love making my own die cuts. They're just, it's just so much fun to choose your papers, and there's something so satisfying about looking at them. You can see the little bit of texture that's also on these dies. So the colors are the dark reds and so forth, but I put a little bit of hot pink ink on some paper to create this little pop of hot pink. And I didn't pull out hot pink washi tape, but I have a bit of that, and I might add some of that as a final touch. I really like, especially in a more neutral palette, to have a little pop of color like that. Yeah, so I've got an ALL Create washi tape, great for art journaling. Some thinner ones from Tim Holtz. And let's just jump in. I started with the gesso layer. Now I'm gonna do, this is also an AAL Create stencil. And I like the way that it's kind of this diagonal, and I thought since I'm at a gutter place that I might kind of unify these pages with some stenciling. It's not going to be perfect diagonal, but I'm just going to kind of create that effect. So let's see how that works. This is also in the Cherry on Top shop, and it's kind of good for lots of different things. I applied the gesso with it. It's larger than like I thought it would be actually, and it's better than like a broken credit card or something that I would typically use. So let's see how that works. Hope these are still good. They're kind of old, but I think they're still going strong. I'm just going to mix the colors. Oops, I don't know why I'm using what I was going to use for my rub-on. Oh well. I have a lot of these rub-on sticks. So I can find another, but it's a little awkward. It's fun to use a stencil for the first time. I haven't used this one before, and I'm not quite sure what it's gonna look like. So let's pull it off. Yeah, cool. You can see the leaf pattern, and I want to kind of continue the pattern, but not necessarily exactly the same. And I want to add in a little bit of this metallic pink. So we'll do that right away. All right. I feel like I can have more control, but this is actually a much better tool. So it's just not a tool I can scoop it out with. So you're already getting introduced to the chaos of my art journal process. You got to kind of be okay, I think, with chaos for a certain type of art journaling. Okay, I'm just getting it out of the jars and onto the stencil, and now I can spread it more smoothly and in a thinner way across. And I'm just letting the colors blend, letting that pink get in there with the metallic kind of brownish, goldish color. There, yeah, cool. That adds a little bit of dynamic artsy look, and it also unifies the two pages, which I wanted. Okay, I'm sticking that stencil right away into water, and I'm glad I grabbed some water. I do think I need to grab a paper towel, so hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, this is now clean and ready to be used for the rub-ons or transfers. So yeah, now we want to think about where we want to go from here. And as I said, these are kind of focal point like. So I think I'm going to go ahead and adhere the images that I've stamped. I'm just going to sort of roughly cut around them. I want to keep a bit of the design from the background paper, but I don't want just exactly a square of it. And I'll use the collage medium so it'll, you know, it'll adhere it. And let's see, you know, I think as long as I have a paper towel here, I'm just going to be using my hand, my good old fingers, to apply a little bit of this. Yeah, Hazel just came back from the vet, and I think she caught a bit of kennel cough there. So she is on an antibiotic. So she should be doing okay soon, but anyway, I do apologize for that pathetic noise in the background. Real life, right? Okay. This little nest, I've had this nest stamp for a very long time, and have used it a lot. I'm trying to think where I want it, this gingery color, if that looks okay with that color. If we want it, I think I do kind of keep going toward this corner, so I think that's what I want, though. I do think I'm going to make it a bit smaller. And yes, things are still wet, so they're kind of blending together, but I don't really mind that. And as we're thinking at this point about the stamping, yeah, I think the nest stamped in that color just kind of adds this like nature vibe. Let's do a little more. Okay, I showed you guys the stamp. Oh, here it is. Let's do a little more stamping. I want to move that color around the page on this bottom layer. Again, that'll unify it and kind of soften the edges. Yeah, that's fun. Next, I think if we want a little washi tape. I usually like to put it kind of along the edge. Let's see with our other colors. I think I want this section, they're all different, and this tape, all different designs. They kind of merge into each other. And I like to, with washi tape on art journal pages, just apply a little bit of, yeah, that's kind of cool with a number there and a little bit of pink. I like to put a little collage medium on top and underneath. And as long as we have some washi there, let's put some along the edge over here. Yeah, I can tell already if I'm keeping it simple, I'm not going to add all of these die cut leaves, but there are so many projects I can use them on. So I'm perfectly okay with having more than I'll need. All right. I want to soften off the edges. There are a couple ways to do that. You could apply a little paint along the edge of the washi tape, but I'm just going to do another piece that's going to have a different edge on it. Everyone's different with what they like with washi. I kind of don't like the straight line of it. You know me, I'm just not a straight line person. So giving it a little tear, at least for parts of it, I think adds a little more organic, more of an organic look. I think this fabric actually will be really nice with this color to kind of put over here. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it. Probably not a very big piece, but I think eventually I'm going to put a little over there. That I'll probably do later. Let's do some rub-ons. Well, let's see what these leaves are going to look like in here. Again, it's kind of nice that this gingery color can be moved over to this side. These are just paper, so I'm not thinking they need a lot. I just want to adhere them so they just kind of are on there more loosely. I love this this part of the die cut. I don't know just how I want to put it on here. Maybe like this, and then have it, again, just a little bit of glue, and then it can kind of add some fluffed up texture. Yeah, I like that. So you can see how the page is starting to take shape. And I'm not sure with this that I want a word or any. I had thought about maybe typing out a little like poetry about fall. I still might do that, just something kind of short quotation and put it here. And I don't want the video to be too long, so I think I'm just gonna tell you guys this is my general plan. I did want to put those pink ones in so you can get an idea of how cool that'll be. And let's do just a little bit of rub-on so you can see the effect the rub-ons will add. This is a nice sheet just to add texture. So I think I'm gonna kind of start with it down here and add this layer. The one thing about transfers is they work over a lot of things. Like I'm just squishing it right into the wet texture paste. They're not very good over washi tape though. There tends to be kind of a resist effect there. And actually it might be better to be putting it over acrylic while it's still wet. It's just fun with art journaling just to experiment. And I'm not so concerned about the word on this. I just want the texture. So cool. Sort of smooth that out a bit. Yeah. So that's fun, and it's something that you can do a little bit more of around the page. And as I said, a little word, a little bit of poetry or something in here. And then I'm going to, as a finishing touch, if I can find them, they're here somewhere. My little jar of sequins. I'm going to put some little sequins down for added interest in something a different scale. Anyway, look for the final page on my Instagram, and thanks for joining me for the first part of this process and getting me started on this art journal page about fall. And be sure to hop along to the other videos in the series. They'll be listed down in the description. And give us all some comments, and that'll give you the chance to win some store credit at a cherry on top. Thanks for joining me today.